Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rajdeep and you're watching Fun with Mathematics. So, today we will be doing the first part of percentage where we will be learning what is meant by percentage and we will be solving some basic problems on percentage. So, before we start our today's topic, if you are new to my channel, please like, share and subscribe so that you get the notification whenever I post a new video. So let's start. So what does percentage mean? In mathematics, a percentage is a way of expressing a number as a fraction of 100. Percent meaning per 100. And we know the symbol in which the percentage is represented, right? So for example, if we say 45%, that means 45% is equal to 45 by 100, or in case of decimal 0.45. In brief, percentage is nothing but a fraction with 100 as its denominator. It means per 100, right? Now let's understand a very important formula of percentage chapter, that is percent change. In many sums you will see that they will ask you to find percent change. In that case, the formula is new value minus old value divided by old value into 100, or increase or decrease divided by initial value into 100. If the result is positive, then it is percentage increase, and if the result is negative, it is percentage decrease. Let's understand with the help of an example. Find each percent change, tell whether it is a percent increase or decrease. So from 8 to 10, how much percent it is increasing, right? So I told you how much it is increased, that will be in the numerator, amount of increase. So amount of increase is 2 by the original value was 8, previous value was 8, 2 by 8, that means 2 by 8 means 1 by 4 into 100. So 1 by 4 is basically to 0.25 in the decimal form into 100, that is 25%. So if 8 is increased to 10, then 25% is the percent increased. So starting from basics, how to convert a percentage figure to a fraction figure. So it's very easy. 32%, it means 32 by 100. Whenever the percentage term is coming, we have to divide it by 100. So if we cancel it by 4, so 4 is the 32 and 25 is the 100. So it is coming as 8 by 25. Again 6 1 by 4, it is a mixed fraction, and if we convert into a twin fraction, that is 6 4 is 24, 24 plus 1, 25 by 4. And as this is in the form of a fraction, in this case we have to write into 1 by 100, not by 100. If we have to write 25 by 4 into 1 by 100, that is 1 by 16. So now how to convert a percentage figure to a ratio figure, right? So it is as simple as a previous one. Suppose 43%. So how percent mean 100, so 43% means 43 by 100. And if we write is in the form of ratio, 43 is to 100, right? So it cannot be cancelled. In the second one, you can see that 36% means 36 by 100. So that we can, if we cancel it by 4, so 4 9s are 36 and 4 so 25 is 100. So 9 is to 25. So in the reverse process, we can also convert the ratio form to a percentage form. How? Suppose 37 is to 100. So 37 is to 100 means 37 by 100. So if we are as converting to a percentage form, that's why we have to multiply it with 100. So 37 by 100 into 100, that is 37%, right? Again 16 is to 25. So we can, if we convert into fraction, 16 by 25, and as we are converting to a percentage figure, that's why we have to multiply with 100. 16 by 25 into 100, that is 25. If we cancel by 100 by 25, 25 4 is 100, so 16 into 4, 64%. So whenever we are converting from ratio to percentage form, we have to multiply with 100. So how to convert a percentage figure to a decimal form? So it's very easy. 45, suppose 45%, and we can write 45% as 45 by 100, and in the denominator there is 20. That's why after the point there is 2 place. right? That is 0.45. Again, in case of 127%, you can see that 127 by 100, so 127 divided by 100, so again in the denominator there is 20, so after point there should be 2 place, right? So we can write 1.27. so again, the reverse process, how can we convert a decimal form to a percentage form, right? So suppose 0.6, and as we are converting to percentage form, told you whenever we are converting any form to a percentage form, we have to multiply with hundreds, and that's what we have done. 0.6 into 100, that is, if you multiply, you can see that it comes 60%. Similarly 0.42, if we multiply 0.42 into 100, and it is coming as 42%. So coming to a very easy sum, find the number whose 6 1/4% is 2. So they are asking you 6 1/4% of what number is 2. So we don't know the number, we are considering the number as x. So 6 1/4% of x must be 2, and the 2 is given in the sum, right? So 6 1/4% means 25/4, and as it is in the form of percent, so 4 will be multiplied with 100, right? Because there is a percentage sign, so 25/4 into 100, that is 400. 25/400 into x must be 2, and we are finding the value of x, that's why we have to change the position of 25/400 to the right hand side. So if the side gets changed, so the denominator and the numerator is interchanged, right? So 25, so it becomes 400/25. So 2 into 400/25 equals to, the value of x is coming as 32. So the required number is 32. So our next question is, what percent of 84 is 14? So 14 is the answer, and 84 is the number, and the person, they are asking you what is the percentage, that is, if it is applied to 84, the result comes as 14. So we don't know the percentage, so we are considering the percentage as x%. So x% means x by 100 into 84. X% of 84 means x by 100 into 84, that must be equals to 14. And if we cancel it by 4, 25 is 100, and 4 21s are 84, right? So 21x by 25 equals to 14. So if we have to find out the value of x, then we have to change the side. 21/25 goes to the right hand side, so it gets reversed. So 14 into 25/21, that is, it comes as 50/3, and it is in improper fraction, and if we convert it into a mixed fraction, it comes as 16/2/3%. So 16/2/3% of 84 is 14. So coming to our next sum, this is a good sum. The monthly salary of a typist is rupees 15,625. If he gets an increase of 12%, find his new salary. So a monthly salary of a typist is what? 15,625, and he gets an increase of 12%, so they are asking you to find out the new salary. So total monthly salary is 15,625, and the increase of percent is 12%. So 12% is on what? On the total salary, right? So 15,625 into 12%, it comes as 1875. So the amount of increase is 1875. So the total salary, if we have to find out the new salary, we have to add the amount which is increased with the total monthly salary. So total monthly salary is 15,625, and the amount increased is 1875. So the total new salary is coming as 17,500. Let's move to our next sum. The excise duty on a certain item has been reduced to rupees 760 from 950, rupees 950. Find the reduction percent in the excise duty on that item. So the excise duty was 950, and it is reduced to rupees 760. So they are asking you to find the percentage of reduction, right? So for this we have to find how much it is decreased or how much it is reduced. So we have to if we have to find how much it is reduced, so we have to subtract the 760 from the 950, and it is coming as rupees 190, right? So the formula is to find the reduction percent, reduction amount by original amount into 100, right? Just like that formula, increase or decrease value by original value into 100. Similarly, reduction amount by original value into 100. So reduction amount is 190, originally it was 950, right? So 190 by 950 into 100, it is coming as 20%. So how much percent it is reduced? It is reduced by 20%. Moving to our next sum, 70% of the students in a school are boys and the number of girls is 504. Find the number of boys in the school. So they are telling you that in a school 70% of the students are boys, so the remaining 30% must be girls, and they are telling you the number of girls is 504, and they are asking you to find the number of boys in the school. So in that case, we are considering the total number of students is 100, and out of 170 are boys and the remaining 30 are girls, right? So when the number of girls is 30, and if we use the unitary method, when the number of girls is 30, the total number of students is 100, right? So if the number of girls is 504, in that case the total number of students is 100 by 30 into 504, that is 1680. We are simply using the unitary method concept. So now we have the total number of students as 1680, and if we subtract the number of girls from the total number of students, that is 504 from 1680, we will get the total number of boys in the school as 1176. So our next sum is gunpowder contains 75% of nitre and 10% of sulfur, and the rest of it is charcoal. Find the amount of charcoal in 8 kg of gunpowder. So what you that in 8 kg of gunpowder, the quantity of nitre is 75% and the sulfur is 10%, right? So first we have to find out the how much nitre it has. So 8 kg means 8000 gram. We know 1 kg is 1000, so 8 kg is 8000 grams. So 75% of 8000, that is 75 by 100 into 8000, it comes as 6000 gram. That means 6 kg, right? So similarly, if we find out the amount of sulfur, so 10% is the percentage, so 10 by 100 into 8000, that is 800 gram, which means 0.8 kilogram. So if we have to find out the amount of charcoal, so we have to subtract the summation of nitre and sulfur from the total quantity of gunpowder, right? So the summation is 6000 plus 800, it is a summation of sulfur and nitre, and we are subtracting it from the total amount of gunpowder, that is 8000. So it is coming as 1200 gram, and if we convert to kg, it is coming as 1.2 gram. So the amount of charcoal in 8 kg of gunpowder is 1.2 kg. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you have liked it. See you in the second part of percentage, where we will be doing some standard sums. For now, bye bye. See you soon.